Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So we're just going to go over a few things here in this video. I know that the video is probably going to be kind of long, but bear with me. You're going to want to watch this fully through. So I'm just going to touch base on, some slander that Miss Dawn seems to be pushing for the last month. And I really wasn't even going to make this video until last night when Miss Dawn decided to take it upon herself to now slander my daughter. But her little sidekick, Miss Little Red, who also goes by Shay Logan on YouTube, she goes by Little Red on TikTok, decided to say that I should have been my husband's next victim. And then, of course, Miss Dawn laughing. That is what prompted me to make this video. When you have to resort to saying stuff like that, even though you've already been extremely vile for the last month, you then sink that low, yeah, then things need to be discussed and pointed out. So let me shut my pie hole. Let's get on with this video. So
Man,
in this first clip, she has it titled Mo and, oh, who is it? Night Shift 2.0. And she talks about them for maybe a minute, but then just goes into the rest of it about me because she likes to just mention she's talking about somebody else just so that she can talk about me.
my days get better and better because I find out so much about myself. Everything they accuse me of lying about, I disprove, obviously.
Do you really? Where's all this proof you were putting out about so much stuff that you have said? Weeks and weeks ago, you said that you were putting out proof that Lisa has a house that she's paying $100 a month on. You also claimed that you had seen evidence that Lisa gets food stamps and that you were going to share that proof as well. People are still waiting for that proof. And actually, when they've asked you where it is, you block them. You claim that you're going to have all these screenshots out as proof, but never quite put anything out. And then you'll say, oh, well, when I put it out, uh, you claim that I, myself, or other people who follow me have them taken down on TikTok immediately, which, by the way, does not happen like that. And then you claimed that you were putting them up on YouTube, yet for weeks, people have been checking your YouTube and still nothing. So, where have you done that? I'm still waiting.
But now, there's been somebody making videos and talking shit. They've been wrong about everything. So I've ignored them. I don't care. I get screenshots sent. I don't give a shit.
For somebody who doesn't care, who ignores all of this and doesn't give a shit, sure does talk about it on a daily basis for stuff they don't care about and don't talk about.
But you want to know what Night Shift 2.0? If you're going to say stuff about me, at least make it true. Hold on. Could you please contact my old boss and find out where all the businesses they bought for me are that I claimed they bought? If you're going to eavesdrop and watch my lives and just listen to me talk in general, you should probably pay attention.
It's a public live stream. So when people watch it, they're not eavesdropping, they're actually watching a public live stream.
Every store I've worked for, they own multiple locations, right? Yeah, it's just how these little hood stores work. They own them. I worked for them in multiple locations. How is that me saying that my old bosses bought me businesses? Ain't nobody buys me shit except for me. So, it's wild.
What's actually wild is you, who claims to be sarcastic, doesn't quite understand sarcasm.
And then everybody comes in my DMs asking me questions. Tell me about fucking Schmiegel. Oh, I didn't know that, even though I've seen you commenting on other creators' videos directly about Schmiegel from a year ago, 6 months ago.
Don't mind her 4-year-old behavior. It's just part of her personality.
But little Miss Mo, who could very easily prove she punched Lisa in the face, or at least prove that she knows Lisa by taking one of these here devices and walking up to her, that would just prove you knew her. You see, I didn't say a fucking word about you either, but you all over everybody's comments.
Yeah, the thing that you don't, I guess, understand about Mo is she doesn't care if you believe her one way or another. You don't really matter to her in that aspect. She doesn't owe you anything. And like, who are you to tell somebody else to actually show proof when you fail to show proof every time you say you're going to? And this is something I don't understand. She always has to start it off with, and I haven't said one word about you, but blah, blah, blah. Okay, so everybody has to wait for you to talk about them before they point out something wrong about you. That's not how this works. Sorry, it just isn't.
Because you're like this with your buddy. Yeah.
Actually, no. Mo and I don't even speak that often. I'm sorry that it's hard for you to understand that people actually can think for themselves and can speak for themselves.
Who only deals in facts? Yeah, fact. Cured cancer in 2 months, right? Stage 4.
Oh, really? So now it's now changed to I cured cancer myself with my own two hands. Stage 4 in 2 months. Is that how it is now? I don't know. The story has literally changed so much from other people's mouths, not my own. And again, talking about something that you yourself don't even know the facts about. I've never gone into detail about my cancer. I've never discussed it in full detail. I've never discussed my treatments, my journey, any of that, because frankly, it's nobody's business. It's my business, my medical, my health, my business. I don't have to announce it all. I don't have to discuss every single detail about it because that's not what my channel is about. It's not about my medical and my personal life. I don't owe you an explanation on any of it, and I don't have to prove anything to you. This was 5 years ago. I've been in remission for 5 years. In case you didn't understand what remission means, Miss Dawn, remission does not mean cured, just so you understand that fact. Um, I don't owe anybody anything. I never asked any of you for anything pertaining to my cancer, not one time. I don't discuss it. I don't ask people for anything.
Just like facts. You still sent all those people t-shirts, right? Just like facts.
Oh, look at Miss Dawn acting like she knows what a fact is when I'm going to use your own words on you. You were not there. So, how do you know what is a fact and what is not a fact? Um, the t shirts that were designed were using a slogan that myself and a subscriber came up with. Another creator, Friday Wrangler, started using the slogan, which is totally fine. We want these slogans to get out through word of mouth. That's the whole point. Well, he started actually using the slogan in a bad way, going real life, using it, just dragging it through the mud. Nobody wanted to be associated with this slogan anymore, including myself. So the people who actually made orders, there were 7 of them, canceled these orders. No money was ever exchanged, ever. So if there's no money exchanged, then there's no t shirts that go out. Where's the scam, Miss Dawn? The only person that paid for a t shirt told me that she wanted me to keep the money. She wasn't worried about the t shirt. She knew the situation that I was going through at the point because we were friends. And she said, keep the money. Don't worry about the t shirt. So, exactly, Miss Dawn, do you want to explain to me where there's a scam? If there's no money exchanged and no merch that went out, then that's not a scam. That's called canceled merch without money being involved. Do you see where I'm going with this? Do you even know what a scam actually is?
Facts. You didn't have GoFundMe's up for said fake cancer. And the other one that I won't discuss because I don't talk about kids.
Well, other than constantly talking about Lisa's youngest son, um, again, I love how her and other people love to like constantly talk about this GoFundMe I had. When I did do a GoFundMe in 2020, asking for help because I didn't have insurance when I got diagnosed with cancer. And I did do a GoFundMe. I made $10. 10. Okay. The amount that you can count on two hands, $10. $10. That was actually put in there by a friend of mine. My insurance then, because I was an IRS agent, just started working and insurance kicked in, no longer needed the GoFundMe. I offered to give that $10 back to my friend, and she said, no, it's $10, keep it. But people like Miss Dawn want you to think that it was thousands of dollars and it was $10. As a matter of fact, I believe it's still up and shows $10 on it. I don't know how to make it disappear. I don't know how to delete it. I haven't even been on that account since that $10 was put on there in 2020, 2021. I don't even remember what year it was, okay? But that's my point. $10. But she wants you to think it was thousands of dollars, guys.
Should I continue? Just like facts. You got the state of Texas and the warden to break laws for you.
Um, no, I did not. But keep slandering me, Miss Dawn. This is fun.
To get kidneys tested, right? Even though inmates, fake husbands aren't allowed to donate organs until they're no longer breathing, right? Facts.
Oh, is that so, Miss Dawn? Because you just know so much about it, don't you? You were there? You were part of the whole experience that we had? Really? Okay. I don't recall you being there, but okay. But seeing how you like to say that that's a fact that Texas inmates cannot donate organs until they are expired, and let me make sure that I heard it correctly. You said that was a fact, correct? Okay. A Texas inmate can donate an organ before death with approval from the Department of Criminal Justice, although it is a complex issue with many considerations, such as donation requires the approval of TDCJ and is not always guaranteed, as shown in cases where requests have been denied. It is also possible for inmates to donate organs after death by completing a donor form upon entering the system. Pre death donation approval is required. The TDCJ allows inmates to volunteer for living organ donation, but the request must be approved by the department. What was that you said? That Texas inmates, as a fact, according to you, cannot donate organs until after they are dead? Okay.
You're only doing facts. Just like that SoundCloud rapper picture you put up and said was Lisa. Just like so many things I can.
See, I'm glad you brought that up, Ms. Dawn, about that photo. Seeing how your friend Lisa Boo needs help too, still has that photo up claiming it was Lisa. I removed it. I took accountability for not vetting it fully and apologized to my subscribers for that. Something you are not familiar with doing, because it would seem you have a lot to apologize for to your followers. Because I could give two shits about an apology from you, especially since you've done nothing but slander me. Oh, and yes, I did just now go to her page on TikTok and screenshot the fact that she still has that picture on her page claiming it was Lisa. And I went ahead and screenshot it because who knows? Now she'll probably run and delete it and then say, I lied. But there's your screenshots right there. So you're going to keep bringing it up that I posted it, even though I took it down, took accountability for not fully vetting it, and then apologizing. But as long as it's your friend, it can stay up and still be claimed as Lisa.
Go on and on and on and on and on. But you only deal in facts, and I'm the problem. Because y'all just make shit up and run with it.
I mean, considering you have yet to show an ounce of proof behind anything you've said about me or even Lisa lately, or mainly at all. Um, Yet I seem to always have something to back up what I say. We'll let the viewers make the decision on that one.
Please, Night Shift 2.0, point me in the direction of me saying ever that my boss has bought me anything. Mm-hmm. I'm actually going to call him and tell him that he owes me a bunch of businesses. He'll get a kick out of this. He's on TikTok. He laughs at these things. But yeah.
That's another thing I find extremely odd is why do you feel the need to get other people involved in your dirty drama on TikTok? Now you're going to call your former boss and tell him about this, just like you bring your kid in on it. Like, it's so weird. I have never and would never bring my children in on anything I've done on my channel. This is my thing. And they don't need to be bothered with Lisa drama or Faith drama or Danny drama or anybody I have covered. I don't need their opinions. I don't need their validation. It's just extremely odd to constantly bring people from your personal life who have nothing to do with it into it just so that you feel validated by everything you are saying.
This is the shit that they do over there. Mm-hmm. And bet you watch my videos. You send your people over to spy on all my live streams. Well, part of that was incorrect because, I mean, don't waste your time. I wouldn't.
So you don't want me to waste my time in telling a fact? I have never sent anybody into MissDawn's live streams, okay? My subscribers, my followers on TikTok, they are free thinkers, okay? They are adults. They choose to do what they want. I don't need to sit there and tell them to run into a live stream and listen to everything being said and screenshot all of the chat, the live chat. Miss Dawn herself has said that in one of her live streams, that's why I send you over there. I will find that clip. I mean, it was on one of her 2.5 hour long live streams of her crashing out. So give me a moment to pull it, but I will find that clip. I mean, when you have to say that, you're the one admitting that you are sending people into my live streams to listen to what's being said and screenshot my live chat. That I have never sent a single person into your lives. They do that on their own accord. They can think for themselves. I don't have to tell them what to do. And what exactly is all of this, my people, your people? I don't know if you know this or not, but I'll give you a small history lesson here, Miss Dawn. Uh, Ownership of people was abolished 159 years ago. You're welcome.
But you can still see her live streams. She re-uploads them. Read the comments, watch the videos, listen to what comes out of her chat.
Correct. Miss Dawn actually got something right, guys. She deserves a cookie. Where's Mark? Anyways, yes, my live streams stay on my channel. They get uploaded, they don't get edited, nothing. They go up the way they were done, and that was it. So why, Miss Dawn, are you constantly lying about what's being done in my live streams? Are your followers just not smart enough to go watch and see that you lied to them while I was live? You're the one constantly saying, she's live streaming my live. She's streaming my live. They're talking about me. Oh, they're crashing out over there. They're so pressed. When we weren't even speaking about you, and I've never streamed any of your lives in my live streams. So why do you lie to your followers? I would really love to know that.
Telling the truth isn't slander. Nope, yet.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Truth is not slander. So why are you still slandering me, Miss Dawn?
Lies. See, that's whenever you dip a toe into slander and libel. But you're this close to being a lawyer. You should know that.
Okay, the sheer fact that she gets so excited over something that she doesn't understand or know anything about is what makes my day here. Okay, so that whole thing of me saying that I was going to take the bar actually started out as a joke. And the thousands of people that are still subscribers of mine from the days when I covered Chile know that it started out as a joke. I then started to study for it. However, work, family, life kind of got in the way. And I kind of chose work and family over studying for a bar to prove that Chili was a complete and utter moron. But here's the thing, she made one of her slander videos on me. She claimed that that you can't just take the bar without being a resident of that state. Now, the state that I chose was Virginia, because in the state of Virginia, there's 4 states, by the way, that you can take the bar and not have to go through law school. You do not have to be a resident of Virginia to take the bar, as long as you pass some entrance exams, and you have to like intern or something with a law firm. I forget what it all was because it was so long ago. But that was what I was going to do. I said I was, going to try and do it. But here's the thing, who gives a shit? Who cares that I once said that I was going to try and take the bar? What's disturbing here is Miss Dawn is so deeply invested in my personal life. Somebody she's never met or had a conversation with, but she's so invested in my personal life that it's actually gotten very creepy. Like, so because I said I was going to take the bar and I was studying for it, but I didn't take it, and now I've lied about it. You were there? Were you hiding in one of my closets watching me study? Like, this is what I don't understand. And another thing, she says this about Devonay. She says this about Victoria, who everybody knows is a piece of shit, child abuser, scammer, addict, compulsive liar. She says every time about these people, I don't care about their past. I wasn't there for it. But she sure as hell is invested in mine, and she wasn't there for it.
Y'all are wild. But yeah, I'm just going to start calling people out by names. I ignored y'all forever, right? It's already enough of you playing the victim because I stopped ignoring you. But yeah.
I'm actually curious. Who here's playing the victim? I'm not playing a victim. Is is Night Shift 2.0? Are you playing a victim? Hey, my favorite potato, are you playing a victim? Gothic Kitty, are you playing a victim? Everybody that this woman has personally attacked, are you playing a victim? No. But every time you crash out in 21 live streams since the 29th of October, you have been the one playing the victim. I mean, my God, Miss Dawn, you're playing the victim right now. Oh my God, someone said something and it wasn't positive about me, so I'm going to go after them. I'm going to go after them all.
Wonder what I'll find out tomorrow. Wait. And you know me, the one who's always telling y'all, don't send gifts. Don't. I appreciate them. They're adorable. They're cute. But don't send them. Everybody's going through it right now. Everybody's fucking broke. I don't want you to spend your money.
Clearly, she says this in private messages because I've seen all of her live streams since October 29th, and she hasn't told anybody that.
That's me dry begging for gifts. That's what I do. I sit on live and dry beg for gifts.
Well, that's quite interesting. Why are you bringing this up when nobody has said this about you?
Yeah, that's me. While we're at it, I'm still waiting on that email from YouTube and for any y'all to address why you're not paying any of your money that you make off of a child's trauma to said child. Yeah, can't.
Oh, I know. You have to keep saying that because you want your followers so badly to believe that I said there was an email. I never said there was an email from YouTube. Not one time. Um, if you cannot read what I wrote in plain English grammar and spelling, that's not a me problem. Okay? You are all old enough to know how to read. I shouldn't have to read it out loud for you and then explain it. But clearly, Miss Dawn needs somebody to explain it again because her comprehension skills are that of a goldfish. My comment clearly reflected off of what you yourself said. You said after I made my video that you were going to claim all of my videos with you in them, which would be a false copyright strike because I'm playing under the rules of the Fair Use Act 1976. You might want to educate yourself on that a little bit, Miss Dawn. Um, and then I said, so glad that you said that vocally so I could show YouTube. Meaning, because comprehension skills are like non existent for Miss Dawn here, that if you were to claim a video of mine and YouTube did reach out to me, then I have proof that you already planned on claiming my videos, making it a false copyright strike. Where did I say that YouTube emailed me already? I mean, you are the one who said that you were already claiming my videos and we're going to continue to claim my videos. Do we need a little reminder on that, Miss Dawn?
So her little people in here that are going to screen record this for her, now she'll have something to talk about tomorrow. And I'll claim that video too. Make me her tens of dollars. Yeah, I'm going to claim every video she puts me in. I don't give a shit.
So, there again, the only information I had on you claiming or saying that you have claimed and will continue to claim my videos came out of your mouth. I never got anything from YouTube, never said I got anything from YouTube, but you want your followers to keep believing your twisted thought process on my comment instead of letting them actually read it for what it actually says. Okay, now let's go ahead and address this comment that she made because it gets dumber every time it comes out of her mouth.
For any y'all to address why you're not paying any of your money that you make off of a child's trauma to said child. Yeah. For any y'all to address why you're not paying any of your money that you make off of a child's trauma to said child.
Okay, so first we've gone from, hey, let's all start a trust fund and put money in it for Jace, to let's get with the grandparents and see if they will do a trust fund. And all these creators that make money on Jace can put money into it. Now we are at, oh no, you just need to give him your YouTube paychecks because, well, he deserves them more than you do. Though I don't quite remember Jace having anything to do with the making of the video, the commentary, the animation, the edits, the rendering, or the uploading. So, as far as I'm concerned, no, he doesn't deserve any of my YouTube pay or anybody else's for that matter. The problem here is Miss Dawn thought that she had an idea greater than the invention of electricity and was expecting everybody to just jump for joy, yelling, "Oh, yeah, that's an amazing idea. Let's all run with it. Let's all do it. Miss Dawn, you're so wonderful." And when that did not happen, it pissed her off. It pissed her off bad because she has literally crashed out over this for the last couple of months, that nobody is going along with her idea on a trust fund. But Miss Dawn is missing the big picture here and an actual fact because, well, we all know that she does not understand what a fact means. That his guardians, his grandparents, have stated they want nothing from anyone on the internet. Do you not understand that part, Miss Dawn? They have stated they want nothing for Jace from anyone. I mean, if you want to give him all your money, by all means, more power to you. That's your decision. But you are telling me to give this kid all of my YouTube pay, but yet you yourself have never once offered to put any money towards this kid. How about you just leave him alone? It's bad enough that Lisa exploited her own kid, but now you're using him for attention.
With Miss Dawn's upset now. I'm obsessed with the fact that y'all have made thousands and not done a damn thing for that kid.
Okay, first of all, thank you for saying that. And thank you for saying it the way you did, because now we should all have an understanding on what Miss Dawn is actually really upset about. And that is the fact that she started covering Lisa because she thought that she was going to make bank covering her and isn't. So that's what upsets her, is that other people who are monetized can make good money on their content. But Miss Dawn, she's barely making anything. That's what has her upset. It's the money aspect of it. That's all it is. And she's trying to use Lisa's 13-year-old boy for that. Jesus Christ, that poor kid. Exploited by his mother and now being used by Miss Dawn to try and somehow validate the whole reason she's pissed about other people making money on content that they make. You don't make content. You just run your mouth on TikTok. Put in the work. Do something. And you might get some compensation out of it. But using Lisa's son to try and use as an excuse to what you're actually pissed off about is really fucked up. And actually, while we're on that topic, since you are the only one who is claiming that I verbally said that I make $8,000 a month on YouTube, prove it. Prove that I said that, because you will find nowhere where I have said that I make $8,000 a month on YouTube. I do well enough on YouTube with my content, but not $8,000 a month. I wish, but no.
I'll be happy to show you how much money I've made on TikTok and where it went. You see, I'm not a scumbag. I give back. I've been out of work. I still help people.
And that's wonderful of you. People don't have to announce exactly how much they make every month on their platform. You've already told us that you made $24 last month. Good for you. $24 is more than you had, I guess, when you started. So, woohoo. But here's the thing. People who give because they want to give out of the kindness of their heart don't normally have to constantly remind people that they give back, because giving back and helping people is not about bragging rights. It's about just being a kind person. You seem to constantly have to remind people that you give back. That's, I mean, really, if you give back, that's wonderful. There's really no need to constantly remind people that you do, because we really don't care.
And I could prove it, unlike y'all. Not Jace. People on this app. And no, it's not red. Or that's what y'all jump on.
Oh, okay. So you re-gift. Big deal. Everybody does that. Um, and of course, you're going to say you don't give back an ad, but not to Jace. We all know that you're not willing to do that. You're just willing to volunteer other people's paychecks for that. Um, let's just face it. Your little $2 on the 30th and your $4 on the 29th, your 80 cents on the 28th and your 54 cents on the 27th, you made talking about Lisa. So, yeah, it doesn't matter what you make, you still made money talking about Lisa. And guess what? She hasn't even been on the app. Oh, wow. She was online for 15 seconds the other day, didn't say a word, and then she came on for 4 minutes today. But even every single day that she hasn't been on this app, Miss Dawn, you've been steady talking about her. In between you're slandering me for hours and hours in live streams.
But yeah, I actually give a shit about people. I don't know. But thank y'all for sending me this stuff. We could all laugh about it. You keep showing your ass, though. Yeah. Mo knows. What do you know, Mo?
But she wasn't done. So she came back again.
Also, y'all, you know how people poke and poke and poke and then play the victim when I finally poke back? Yeah, I'm going to start poking back in a big way now because I never talked about people's age, the way they look, their weight, none of that shit. All right, this is a video and it won't play the video. I'm going to put the video up after this. I'm going to show you a still from it. I love my people. All right, are you ready?
Yep. I love it.
Wait till
Oh,
you see it with the dancing and the music.
Oh, yeah.
I almost died whenever that got there. It's fucking great. Your poor husband. But yes, he dances.
Yep.
Fucking great. And you're gonna die when you see the video. There's two. Oh no, Elmo, wait till you see it in its glory. It's even better with motion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dobby got a sock and a stripper pole.
Next is Schmeagles. We need it.
Margot. See, here's the thing. Y'all sit over there and stay fucking salty and so pressed. And mad. This is the shit we do. We laugh. Yeah, Dobby got a pole. We laugh. And I'm tired of, oh, you make fun of Schmeagle's fucking looks.
Believe it or not, this is how she behaves in every single live stream that she has made. Now 22, counting tonight, live streams that she has done talking about me, slandering me. This is how she behaves in every single one of them. However, this right here is tame compared to most of her live streams. The only one that we see is pressed and crashing out here ever is MissDawn. You will never catch me over on my channel behaving like this and doing any of this childish behavior on my channel.
I don't call her Schmeagle because how she looks. Trust me, Schmeagle is not where I'd go. I call her Schmeagle because she thinks she owns Lisa and that's her precious. I haven't said a word about her looks.
Not yet. Give her a minute here, okay? This is to everybody who covers Lisa. When have I ever claimed Lisa as my own and nobody is allowed to cover her? I have never said that. I've never done that. not once. However, by me saying that you are putting out misinformation, putting out cash apps that you did not know for sure that Lisa was using and had no proof that Lisa was using them, doesn't mean I own Lisa. It means that you are putting out cash apps that could potentially hurt an innocent person. You still don't seem to grasp that concept.
Even the fucking overly filtered pictures. I showed one that wasn't filtered because, I'm a purist. But I haven't said a word about her looks. I talk about her attitude. But yeah. Did you see the stickers? We got baby Schmiegel in the stickers. Throw them up, Red. Throw up baby Schmiegel in our stickers. You stay mad, we'll stay laughing. No, not the wombat, the baby. The baby Schmiegel, her baby pictures. Oh, Margot, no. They're baby Schmiegel. That's baby Schmiegel. You gotta love it. Hi, Stacey Lynn. D got it. You got Schmiegel all through the years. We got stripper Schmiegel, baby Schmiegel. We got them all. We got what Chat GBD thinks is Schmiegel. No, that's not her account name. She doesn't get a real name over here. She used to be Voldemort. We change it depending on her. She's Schmiegel now because she thinks Lisa is her precious.
Yep.
It's me picture. That's right. Bitch, half my stickers in here are your pictures. We're just gonna leave this one up because this one makes me giggle. Yeah. We gotta hold on. I'm tired of looking at the filtered shit. Let's put up a real picture of her for a minute.
Oh God. Now you're gonna jump scare everybody.
That's what it looks like.
Oh. Oh.
Everybody uses her filtered shit. That's why she doesn't show her face in her live streams. That's cool.
It's funny that she thinks that that's an actual photo of me. It is fully edited, heavily edited from one of my live streams. If you don't believe me, zoom in to the photo. Once she moves her head out of the way, zoom in. Why is one of my eyes blurry, but the other one is so clear that you can see the outline of my pupil? In my live streams, I'm actually pretty far away from the camera. So in no aspect would you be able to even see a small outline of my pupil. You can also tell at the bottom where it's blurred out. Yeah, it's heavily edited. The photo that she had up first, the only editing I have on there is what is it called? It's a smoothing thing where all I did was smooth out the 3 wrinkles underneath each eye. That was the only edit on that photo. That is my face. That was my photo that I took of myself a year ago. I took it right around Christmas time last year. But who cares? Really, even if that second photo she showed was not heavily edited or altered, who cares? I mean, does MissDawn not have a single mirror in her house to be talking about anybody else's looks? Look, I don't care. Talk about me, mock my appearance, slander me, all you want. But MissDawn, what you won't do is slander my daughter.
We should pretend we're like sisters and be like, oh, you want the both of us? Like, ew. Oh, we should so play this up.
And then release the fucking letters on the internet.
Yeah.
That's funny. You know that somebody has already tried reaching out to my husband through email, and well, he read the email to me laughing, and then he deleted it and blocked them. And then they redid the account and emailed him again, and he read it to me laughing, deleted it, and blocked them again. You really think he'd talk to you? No. You're way more delusional than I thought you were if you actually believe that my husband would talk to you. Either one of you, any of you. Not one of you would he waste any time on. That I can promise. But since I know that, people like Eddie and Rune Barbie have created dating apps of my husband claiming it's him and a TikTok account claiming it's him, when the fact is he has no access to the internet other than email. That's it. That's all the access they have on those tablets. But you guys see this sick behavior that Miss Dawn and her little sidekick here do, right? Little Red, who also is known as Shay Logan on YouTube. And no, nobody's doxing her name. Her name is Shay Logan on YouTube. She used to be in my chats, trying to flirt and get with every male in my live chats. But yeah, this is sick, mentally unwell behavior of two people who claim to be adults.
Take pictures of them, make sure they're signed by him, and make sure we get a picture of them. And oh
And
yeah,
here's the thing. Here's the thing, Miss. That's my husband. How come in every family day, when all the pictures are put up on their Facebook page, there ain't never been one of Miss Tara with her
nope,
husband? Oh, that's right, because you have to be legally fucking married to be able to go in and sit face to face with them. But you're
yep,
not, even though you conned hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars from people. Each one you conned
yep.
hundreds from for a $62 marriage license you never fucking got.
Okay, so first of all, it's really creepy that you're actually stalking the Facebook page of my husband's prison to look for photos of me and him. Second, no, I haven't been able to attend the family days. There's only been 2 since COVID, and they were, I believe, either the end of last year or both of them were this year. I can't remember. But I can't go to them because I am in Kentucky taking care of my parents, which everybody knows. I'm not going to drop everything to go down there for one day for 8 hours. He understands that. He understands I have a job and I have a home and I'm taking care of my parents. Second, no, I never conned anybody for money for a marriage license. Never even asked one person for money for a marriage license. And the marriage license cost way more than $62. Not quite sure where she's getting that information at $62, but whatever. We all know Dawn doesn't work with facts. And she's saying that we can't see each other face to face because we're not married. That is true. You can't. But again, she doesn't know what a fact is by claiming that factually we're not married. Okay, Miss Dawn. So this is my wedding photo. This picture was taken the day that we got married. Now, I don't like sharing it because, well, me, myself, and I am embarrassed at how much I weighed back then. Thankfully, I have lost a lot of weight since this photo was taken. But you know what? I don't give a shit because this was one of the happiest days of my life, other than the birth of my children. But what was that, Miss Dawn? That we can't see each other face to face because we're not legally married? Is that right? Really? See, I'm still waiting for you to say any facts about me. Still waiting. But yeah. Like I said, I can back up anything I say. Can you? No, I don't think so. Oh, and yes, I did watermark my photo because it's my photo, my wedding photo. And you know that Rude Barbie and Miss Dawn are going to have a field day over my appearance in this photo. But again, I don't give a shit because that was the day I said I do. And that was a happy day for me.
Because Miss, he's the love of my life. Yeah. Even your daughter don't believe that's her father. Even your daughter don't believe that's her father. Even your daughter don't believe that's her father. Even your daughter don't believe that's her father.
Okay, so now Miss Dawn obviously speaks for my daughter, somebody she's never had a conversation with. Actually, nobody on YouTube or TikTok has had a conversation with my daughter because I find it very tacky and trashy to involve your children into online drama. But yeah, they have a wonderful relationship as father and daughter. They actually connected before me and him reunited. It was my daughter that reunited us. But yeah, you keep stating that that's a fact. Thank you for proving yet again that you don't understand one fact that you are speaking about.
No, he's disgusting what he did. But honestly,
I actually don't disagree with that. Like, what he did 30 years ago is absolutely disgusting. I have never defended the crime that he committed 30 years ago, and I never will. I will, however, defend the man he is today. In my opinion, people deserve second chances as long as they can prove that they're deserving of that second chance. You have no clue who he is or if he deserves that. As a matter of fact, he's none of your business and shouldn't even be a topic of your life. But you allow me and him to affect your life on a daily basis.
you're just a paycheck. You're his
Too
honey
bad he
bun
wouldn't.
connect.
That's funny because he funds his own books with his VA disability checks. I may put a little something here and there during holidays and a birthday, but that's my right to do as his wife. Like, really? Always got to be about my money, though, right, Miss Dawn? Always got to come back to my money. But that's not the worst of their behavior. No. And even though Miss Shay Logan, also known on TikTok as Little Red, is the one who states this, Miss Dawn laughs and nods a little. And the only reason she tells Miss Shay Logan not to say that is because she doesn't want to get her live stream taken down. Not because what Shay says is wrong on every level, but just because she doesn't want to get her live stream taken down.
Too bad you weren't his next victim. Too bad you weren't his next victim. Too bad you weren't his next victim.
No, see. Don't say that. Nope.
So I'm sure you heard it. I played it twice after the initial time of her saying it. So basically, what Miss Little Red, Shay Logan on YouTube, Little Red on TikTok, is saying is that too bad my husband didn't murder me. That's awesome. Thank you, Shay. Appreciate it. I mean, again, they're talking about something they don't even know the facts on. They're talking about a man who has never been on social media and who isn't on social media or the internet in any way, shape, or form. They're just talking and then claiming it's all facts without knowing a single fact. Now they're slandering my daughter and wishing that I was killed as well. Which, by the way, saying something like that, Miss Shay, Miss Dawn, would be mocking the actual victim of my husband's, his cousin. But neither one of you really care about that, do you? Neither one of you care about the victim. You just want something to talk about. But it's not surprising, especially with Miss Dawn, seeing how she herself has already said in a video post of hers that I do have that all she wants to see is Lisa's obituary so that she can giggle while reading it. So it doesn't it doesn't surprise me one bit that she would laugh at what Shay / Little Red said about me. Not surprising at all. But again, Miss Dawn claims that she is a woman of integrity and credibility. How many times did I just literally destroy your supposed facts with actual facts, Miss Dawn? And I could go on for days, but yeah, it's not really worth it. I think just showing the facts that I have should be good enough. But you'll continue to twist it however you want to twist it. you'll continue to slander me and slander my daughter now and, well, make up facts about my life and my husband and all kinds of other shit. But yeah, that's what people do when they really don't have any credibility. This is what she is doing, all because I pointed out a single fact that she herself, Miss Dawn, is okay with someone giving Lisa money for information as long as it's one of her friends. Because again, Miss Dawn herself has said that people who give Lisa money are worse than even Lisa. And don't take my word for it. Just listen to her. And don't worry, I'm not going to play the entire 3-minute, 7-second video clip because it's just so drawn out and repetitive. Anyways, I'm just going to play the part that, well, is important for why I called her out for being okay with somebody giving Lisa money for information as long as she's friends with her. Let's not also forget that she has gotten very close with Victoria and is even protecting her. But Victoria herself has given Lisa money and allowed Lisa to use her Cash App and her Venmo. And not only that, but sent Lisa's dealer money directly to him from her Cash App so that Lisa herself could run across to Building 109 and pick up her fix. And this was done for multiple months, not just 1 month like Victoria wants you to think. All of this has already been proven, so I'm not getting into that in this video. But these two people that have given Lisa money and helped her, who Miss Dawn has become...
Doesn't matter. You are directly responsible for pain and suffering and neglect and harming of their children. And it's not something, sorry, cat crash things, but it's not something you can just say, sorry, I didn't know. You knowingly are harming all their children. Yeah, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. It's disgusting. Now I'm at the point where I think you are worse than any one of those three. The people sending money, you are worse than Lisa. You are worse than Lori. You are worse than Gabby. You are worse than all the new ones that pop up every single day. Like the list goes on and on. Jordan, like, come on. You see what you're doing to these people, but nobody thinks about the kids, or in Jordan's cases, the dogs. Like, nobody gives a shit. It's entertainment for you sickos, and I personally will never understand. But good job harming all these kids. Good job.
Well, unless your name is Devonay, of course. And yes, it wasn't just one time that Miss Dawn was okay with Devonay giving Lisa money. Devonay herself stated in that October 29th live stream that she had given Lisa $10 here or there and told Miss Dawn when she did it. And all Miss Dawn said was, that was dumb. Okay. That was dumb. Yeah. Did you tell her any of this? Did you bother to say any of this to her? No, didn't think so. And cut the dramatics. Okay. The money going to Lisa is directly harming Lisa. The money going to Lori is directly, well, she's not even using it for drugs. She's just dumb as fuck and doesn't want to pay for her own shit. But we're specifically talking about Lisa right now. And any money that's given to Lisa, we all know is 100% factually going to drugs. But it's not okay for anybody to give Lisa money, especially when you know where it's going. And Devonay and you both knew that $33 that Devaney gave Lisa on the 28th of October was going to go directly to drugs. But you were okay with it as long as Devaney got information. So you two had a reason to talk about Lisa. I mean, hell, if we're just going to go with what you were saying, Devaney, Victoria as well, were directly responsible for harming Lisa's children. We'll just say it as you said it, even though the obvious is it's harming Lisa. Lisa herself is the one harming her children. Lisa herself is the one that caused trauma on her children. The people giving her money are harming her. But, it's okay if Devaney is one of those people. As long as you're MissDawn's friend and you're getting information, it's all right.
Are off now, because as much as y'all like to make fun of my appearance, it doesn't bother me, but what you did was give me carte blanche to do exactly the same.
Okay, so MissDawn, show me where I've ever made fun of your appearance or your teeth. Never have. The only thing I said, I believe I already mentioned this earlier in this video, was that when you stated you were 52 years old, I was quite shocked because, in my opinion, you look much, much older than 52 years old. I neither harped on that or mocked your appearance. I also never said a word about your teeth. So you can keep trying to say that I did, but you will never be able to find anywhere that I actually did that. I would also love for you to prove this as well.
She claimed that I make $8,000 a month on YouTube. You sure about that? You sure? Here, let me tell you how you make $8,000 a month on YouTube. Y'all ready?
Yeah, I've been asking for this proof for a couple weeks now, and you still haven't managed to put any proof out that I actually said that. Because I never did say it. See where I'm going with this? You say a lot of shit about me, but never have anything to back it up. That's the whole thing here. I don't know. Call me crazy, but if I had said that, everybody would have heard it. Everybody. And you can't even show anybody how to make $8,000 a month on YouTube. By Googling it and just getting that little bit of information, that's not even a smidge of how you do it. It actually has a lot to do with revenue, ads, views, clicks, ad watching. There's so much involved in how we get paid on YouTube. Yeah, and you don't even understand that. So you saying, let me show you how to make $8,000 a month on YouTube, yet you don't even know how to make $1 on YouTube. But yeah, show me that proof. I'd love to see it.
All right, this is one of Schmiegel's followers because she's always leaving these weirdo comments.
Yeah, somehow I get blamed for everybody leaving a comment. She can't accept the fact that people can think for themselves and are adults and write what they want to write. I'm not sending people over there to say stuff. And this person doesn't even follow me. So I don't know what she's talking about. But yeah, she thinks that the only people who are free thinkers and are individuals are just the people that, well, pretty much agree with everything she says because they don't bother looking up the facts themselves.
This is what I'm talking about. Deflect. Anything but say that's a good idea. You don't have to ask the grandparents to put away some money for the kid. I mean, there's plenty of creators on this app who can get in touch with them. I'm sure they'd be grateful to have a little trust set up for that boy.
Oh, I'm sure you would think that they would be grateful, which just proves that you don't know as much as you want people to believe that you know. I've already stated this multiple times in this video. His guardians, aka his grandparents on his dad's side, have already stated they want nothing from anybody on the internet for Lisa's youngest son, Jace. But yeah, Miss Dawn is just going to keep throwing this out as if it's, like I said, the greatest thought next to the invention of electricity.
Even if you didn't know about it until you turned 18. But this is the shit I'm talking about. You would rather turn something that could be beautiful for that child who's literally lived through hell into something ugly because you don't like the fact that I outed your weirdo friends. I'm sorry, I was sitting over here minding my business. We were just all talking shit, right? Nobody was bringing up these people. But y'all decided to drag me, and then you sit over there and you make fun of my looks, you make fun of my teeth. You call me a liar no matter what I say. And then when I prove I'm not lying, I'm a flexer. Like,
Okay, whoa. Let's slow your roll here, Miss Dramatic. Where did all that come from? So somebody who clearly doesn't follow me, I literally have never seen this name before. I've never seen them follow me, never seen them comment, nothing like that. So you're putting this person as they are doing all of this to you. Again, stuff I've never done. I've never made fun of her appearance. I've never made fun of her teeth. I have called her a liar because she's a liar. She still hasn't even backed up anything she claims is a fucking fact. So that, yeah, you're a liar. But this poor person, I don't even know who the fuck they are, and they're getting reamed out because she just assumes that anyone that does not agree with her is a Reaper supporter. Like, what the fuck? It's because your followers who agree with you, no matter what you say, obviously can't think for themselves because they don't even bother to go look at the facts, does not mean that every single person on the internet can't think for themselves and is a Reaper supporter. Like, oh my God. And she's not going to even read out the full comment here. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. Somebody screenshot all of these comments for me and actually emailed them to me because they were like, this person doesn't watch you, but they stuck up for you and then got chewed out by Miss Dawn. And I'm like, what the fuck? So let me show the actual comments that they left that she's not going to show you the full comments anyway. She's going to ream some random person out on the internet because that's how paranoid Miss Dawn is. Okay, so the first comment that she has up on her screen there, the full comment was, you asking for creators to give Jace money is honestly very strange. He still is Lisa's son. Have you asked his grandparents if it was okay to mention this trust? Because it would be highly inappropriate if you didn't and just assumed you could talk about a trust for him without involving his own family and making sure the Matt's something they even wanted. Oh, if that's something they even wanted. Also, you aren't donating to him, but your page is all about Lisa. Why is it okay for you to not contribute, but asking others to contribute? What am I missing here? This is very inappropriate, in my opinion. Miss Dawn's response to the comment is, go back to Reaper's page. You can try and spin this all you want. That boy deserves the money, not them. What is she spinning? And I'm assuming it's a she by the name of Freya23. But what exactly is she spinning? All she did was state everything you yourself has stated. So nothing here has been spun. Oh, and just to point out the obvious here, I don't remember Jace helping me with any of my videos. He wasn't part of the creation or the commentary or the animations or the editing or the rendering or the uploading. So yeah, the only one that deserves the compensation through AdSense for that would be me. So the next comment was, I was respectfully pointing out that what you are trying to do or ask people to do is highly inappropriate considering you haven't spoken to Jace's custodians and asked their permission. I don't understand why you think it's okay to demand other Lisa content creators to have to give their money up, but you exclude yourself. These are valid points I am making, and if you are invested and stand behind this trust idea, you should have no problem answering my questions, but instead you reply with that. What am I spinning? I don't even subscribe to Frauded or Reaper. I don't understand why anybody that has a difference of opinion, legitimate questions, or concerns, you automatically say things like this. There are people who don't follow you or Reaper that have opinions or questions on topics you discuss. What's interesting is instead of answering my question or trying to help me understand, you choose to be rude and automatically assume I am a Reaper follower. I was being respectful, lumping every single person who has something to say that may disagree with some things you do show that you aren't interested in anything unless it's yes men who follow you blindly no matter what. It's like no one can have a valid concern without you acting out. You think it's some kind of back and forth war between you and other creators. Regardless, it's all very catty and immature. So then on the next video post, which is the one that I just showed you part of, that where Miss Dawn was reaming this person out, this person responded again in the comment section. I actually do not watch Reaper. Again, with the you people grouping everyone who points out inappropriate things you try to do. You absolutely have to ask for their permission. It's highly inappropriate without their consent. It's not your kid, ma'am, and you can't just assume his caregivers are okay with it, no matter how quote unquote beautiful you think it is. I pointed out that I think it's very weird you would command other creators to put money in a trust for a complete stranger who has absolutely nothing to do with anything pertaining to Lisa content. Nobody brings kids up, but you seem to not care about that and use that kid for views. Also, you exclude yourself, ma'am. That is absolutely strange. Stop grouping everyone and assuming because I respectfully point out something, I personally have an issue with that. Or that I am a Reaper supporter. You, ma'am, are deflecting big time. The fact you do not answer my questions on why you exclude yourself from the trust. Lastly, excuse me, when did I ever make fun of you? Again, you keep grouping. I have never disrespected you, and just because you think this trust is a good idea doesn't mean everyone has to agree. It's odd that people who think that is inappropriate are automatically bad people, huh? Again, you are deflecting. My home life is wonderful. My man loves me because I'm a free thinker and I'm not scared to ask questions. Sorry, I'm not a yes woman, and you have a problem when anybody points out things you do that are strange. Again, I don't know who this person is, but I would like to personally say I feel bad for you getting completely reamed out for having a statement of your own, for having questions, legitimate questions, and completely being reamed out for absolutely no reason other than she has no other way to explain herself other than she just thinks that I should give all my money to Jace. I feel bad that that happened to you. And again, Reaper supporters are awesome people. I love my supporters and I am grateful for my supporters. And none of you are bad or anything that she says you are. Just saying.
Is y'all's home life that bad? I mean, I'm sure if you people actually have spouses, they probably got a work wife just so they could tolerate you. Like, that's the kind of energy you people give off, because it couldn't be me.
Oh, so but now because everybody's not you, they have horrible lives and they have spouses that don't love them and they're cheating on them. Like, who does this? You get called out for something, or you're just questioned on something because somebody doesn't agree with you. And the first and only thing you go for is personally attacking this person. You don't know them at all, but your first thing is to assume that they have horrible lives and their spouses are cheating on them. Like, what the fuck? At the same time, this is the person who says about people and then includes, but I have a wonderful big house and a Mercedes and a BMW and this and that. Nobody gives a fuck about your life, Miss Dawn. Nobody cares about what you own, what you don't own. What's sad is that you constantly talk about how wonderful your life is and only talk about materialistic things. That's not what's important in life. Let me just be honest with you. What is actually important in life are family and friends, things that you can't buy. That's what's important in life. But you seem to think the other way. The point I'm trying to make is, why is it that anybody who questions you or has a difference of opinion, you go right to just personally attacking this person that you don't even know? It's called deflection, Miss Dawn. And that's all you have been doing to me since I pointed out a fact about you. It's a sick behavior, a very sick, unhealthy behavior, especially for your age.
Y'all poke and poke and poke and poke. And then after I have to listen to it for over a month and a half from my so-called friends and so-called truth tellers, and I say something back to defend myself after a month and a half of the fuck shit, that everybody else is a victim.
That's funny, Miss Dawn. You sit there and say that we're the ones poking at you over and over and over again, and that we've been supposedly poking at you for a month and a half. Yet you're the one who has gone live 22 times in a month, slandering me, slandering my daughter, talking shit about my family. Then you're attacking people that you assume are my supporters and attacking them personally, not even knowing them or any little detail about them. All you know is whatever their username is on TikTok. The minute somebody questions you about something, it's a legitimate, sincere question, you immediately attack them personally, not knowing them whatsoever. If somebody critiques you just a little bit, you personally attack that person, not knowing anything about them. People ask you, you said weeks ago you were going to put out proof. Where is it? And you personally attack them. But here's the thing. She will block these people before she personally attacks them so that they cannot defend themselves. How have you been trying to defend yourself over the one fact that I made people aware of about you? Not one time have you defended yourself or even tried to defend yourself. I mean, you really can't. It's really hard to defend the fact that you're okay with Devonay giving Lisa money so that you guys have information to talk about. But you haven't even tried to defend your actions. You immediately went right for attacking me personally. That says a lot about you. And it's not good, Miss Dawn. It's not good. And the fact that you have continuously done this for a month says even worse, okay? Now, I may say something here or there, sprinkle a little thing talking about Dawn in a live stream here or there. I've made 2 videos totaling up to less than 20 minutes long with both of them. And I did do one members live stream where, yes, we did fully discuss Miss Dawn. But that out of 22 almost 4-hour live streams each, slandering me and all this other shit. And you wonder why people are coming out and questioning you? Okay, and last, we have this little gem of a clip from her live last night. Yeah, it kind of speaks for itself, but yeah, we'll just play it.
And
Smeagol,
Matthew.
hold on. Yeah, you
Hold
missed so
on.
much. Wait, we're going to show him baby Nate first. We have the very first and only photograph of Lisa and Nate's son. Are you ready, J-Dub?
This is Matthew.
His name is Matthew. Are
Yep.
you ready? Meet baby Matthew.
That is baby Matthew.
Meet Miss Hypocritical. You can't sit there and say that other people are making money off of Jace's trauma while you do stuff like this. I mean, really? This is the most childish thing that I have seen anybody do on Lisa. The puppet is way more intelligent than this. But yeah, you go ahead and continue sitting in your ivory tower thinking that you are just so admirable and you have integrity.
Do you love him? Is he not the cutest thing ever? He looks just like dear old mom and dad. Like, I've never seen a child capture the essence of both parents so perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, perfectly. That's baby Matthew. Hold
Now
on, I'll
show
show
him the
you our
new
new
Schmeagle.
Schmeagle in a minute. I gotta
Yeah.
finish my nose.
Oh my God.
You missed a lot tonight. I was mad
Oh yeah.
because we kept getting reported.
For stupid shit. We were talking about dogs and got reported
Yeah.
for harassment.
Oh,
Hey, Shay, I know you're not the sharpest crayon in the box, but you'd have to know that just because you get the violation during a specific time in the live stream, like you got a violation right when you're talking about dogs, does not mean that you were reported for talking about dogs. That means the reports came in prior to that. It takes a few moments for TikTok to get the report and then watch the live stream. I mean, again, I know you're not the brightest, but you can't be that dumb.
and be prepared to be picked up on, let's say, Wednesday. We're all going to Texas and demanding the release of Schmiegel's fake husband because he's in prison for doing absolutely nothing. He has no victims.
Yeah.
Holy crap, now my husband has no victim? Wow, that's a new one for me. Yeah, they're claiming that I have said that my husband has no victim. Yeah, I've never said that. I've always been very straightforward with the fact that he has a victim, and it's one victim, not multiple victims. I know that some of you like to add an S to that to make it sound worse than what it actually was. But no, it's one victim. That it was his cousin, and I never said that there were no victims. But come on, slander me some more, MissDawn. While your little lapdog sits there and constantly just goes, yep.
According to her.
We're just gonna march our butts over to Texas and we're gonna go.
Yeah.
Yep. Demand his release. How dare they keep him when he didn't do nothing?
Yeah.
Oh, so show me where I ever said that there wasn't a victim. I'll wait while Shay sits there and continuously just, yep.
Him didn't. Oh no. Be right back. He's leaving us again.
Oh no. He's probably gonna go.
Schmiegs. Hold on. Where's Schmiegel? With multiple shots. It was a whole beauty session she had done.
Yeah. Whole beauty session. Loved it.
All right, you ready for the next one? All right, I'll check them out after this, but hold on. We got one more.
I love it.
Aw, clearly Miss Dawn's house came with 0 mirrors because, yeah, I'm just gonna stick with clearly Miss Dawn's house came with 0 mirrors. So there you go. I pointed out one thing a month ago, that Miss Dawn was wrong with being okay with Devonay giving Lisa money for information so that they had something to actually talk about Lisa on. And well, because of that, Miss Dawn has spent an entire month going live 22 times, up to 4 hours each live, slandering me, mocking my appearance, attacking my personal life that she knows nothing about, slandering my daughter. Oh, and now I should have been murdered by my husband. So, yeah. Awesome. Look, if you can't handle being called out for your disgusting behavior, then you probably shouldn't be disgusting. You shouldn't be okay with one or two people giving Lisa money because you're friends with that person and because it'll benefit you, and not okay with other people giving Lisa money and calling them worse than Lisa herself. I don't know. Technically, if you look at it, because of you being okay with Devonay giving Lisa money, you're actually worse than Lisa. You're contributing directly to Lisa's possible downfall, to that last hit she could possibly take. But let's not forget, Miss Dawn, you are the one who said that you only, at this point, you don't want to see her in jail. You don't want to see her in rehab. You only want to see her obituary so that you can giggle while reading it. Remember that? So, yeah, it doesn't past her at all to say or do anything else. But this is all due to, yeah, just being pointed out, an actual fact that I used your live stream to point that fact out. And you just couldn't handle being pointed out. See, because in Miss Dawn's mind, you cannot talk about her unless she has already spoken about you. That's how, in her mind, that's how it works. No. Look at the description of my channel. I don't just call out scammers. And you being somebody who literally only does cover Lisa and telling people that they're the worst of the worst because they give Lisa money, then being okay with somebody giving Lisa money because they're your friend and it benefits you, yeah, I'm going to call you out on that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. There's 2 new videos coming out on the new channel, one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, and I also have a faith video and a joy video coming out this week. So I will see you in the next video. Take care. Be safe. Bye, guys. Yup.